It's time to play America's favorite jackpot game. This is Powerball. Good evening, America. I'm Laura Johnson. Tonight we have another life-changing jackpot for you. It's worth a guaranteed $20 million, so get those tickets out. Let's play. That first number up is 64, followed by the number 66. Tonight we're going to meet George C., who won $50,000 playing Powerball. Congratulations, George. Now for the rest of those numbers, we've got 40. The number 5 rounding it out tonight with 37. Your Powerball number tonight is 5, and your Power Play multiplier is 3. Let's take a look at those numbers one last time. Remember, there are multiple ways to win. We'll see you back here Saturday night. Good night, everyone.
Live with clickorlando.com, this is News 6 at 11, getting results.
Tens of thousands of parents facing a critical decision for their kids in the midst of a new CDC announcement on schools, the upcoming deadline. First, though, temps plummeting, widespread frost. Most of Central Florida could see its coldest night in years. This is News 6 at 11. I'm Matt Austin.
And I'm Lisa Bell. Freeze warnings and a frost advisory take effect in just hours. Chief Meteorologist Tom Searles is pinpointing the frigid temperatures, Tom.
Come take a look. Temperatures are on the way down. You're either under a freeze warning or a freeze watch until tomorrow morning. We have already tumbled to 45. And look, here's the wind. Down to a 5-mile-per-hour wind. You'd think that'd be good because it makes you feel better. You don't feel as cold. But when the wind goes still, the temperature drops like a rock. Look at Gainesville. Already 32, 35 in Ocala, and 35 in Palm Coast. Freeze warning from the Orlando area all the way up to the north. In the purple, a freeze warning is in effect. South of here, a freeze watch. Here are your overnight lows. In Ocala, 29. Leesburg, 33, Sanford, 33, and right here in Orlando, 35 again tonight before the sun comes up tomorrow. I'll be right back to talk about that frost and then the comeback. How soon can we get back to normal?
All right, Tom, thank you. A new uphill battle for one group trying to get the coronavirus vaccine. The latest state report shows close to 1,400,000 people have received their first dose in Florida. More than 420,000 additional people have received both doses. That is nearly 2% of the population that has now completed their series. And tonight, the head of the CDC says teachers do not need to be vaccinated for schools to safely reopen. This as parents in Volusia County face a critical deadline for their children. They have until this Friday to choose a learning option for the rest of the school year. News 6's Nikki Zizaza spoke with a school board member on this tonight and the growing push to get teachers vaccinated.
Thank you, Nikki. The governor prioritizing seniors for the shot with a drive-through site in the Villages. It's set to reopen tomorrow morning. The site forced to close last month due to a lack of vaccine supply, putting thousands of appointments on hold. Starting tomorrow, Sumter County health leaders say the company Global Medical Response will administer 600 doses per day. It will then grow to 800 to 1,200 vaccines a day. Leaders say GMR will vaccinate people from its prior appointment list and its wait list. More than 60,000 people are registered on that list, by the way. Our coverage of the coronavirus vaccine continues right now at clickorlando.com. We've posted how to register for the shot and a list of vaccine sites across Central Florida. Search for the story on the homepage.
Developing now, the urgent search for a 19-year-old wanted in a deadly shooting. Tonight, a member of Orange County's task force aimed at reducing violent crime says the suspect should not have been on the streets in the first place. News 6's Troy Campbell is live tonight for us outside the Orange County Sheriff's Office. And Troy, the suspect was released from jail less than a year ago.
Well, Lisa, according to court records, Trayvon Simmons was released from jail after the state attorney's office dropped several felony gun charges in that case. Well, tonight, in a separate incident, the Orange County Sheriff's Office, they're offering up to $5,000 in reward money for information leading to his arrest in a case involving a deadly shooting. News 6 sent an email to the state attorney's office for comment. We'll let you know when we hear back. In the meantime, the Orange County Citizen Safety Task Force will meet again on February 10th. Live outside the Orange County Sheriff's Office, Troy Campbell, getting results, News 6.
Troy, thank you. New at 11 now. Police investigating a deadly situation. Ormond Beach police say shots were fired around 6 tonight along Bluebird Lane. It's in the Hidden Hills subdivision. Police say it happened between family members. One person died. 2 other people were at the scene. No word on what led to the shooting.
An update now on the fight to keep a beloved childhood campsite going. Tonight, Apopka City leaders discussed possible funding options for Camp Wiwa. They are considering buying the land and saving it from development. The YMCA of Central Florida has owned the 70-acre facility since 1947. It sits on 3 lakes and has several amenities. The mayor says the YMCA told him last month it is selling the land due to financial hardships caused by the pandemic. Leaders are set to meet next month, where they are expected to unveil a funding plan.
Liftoff from the Space Coast about 2 hours away from now. SpaceX set to send up another round of its Starlink satellites at 1:19 tomorrow morning. The company tweeting tonight weather is 90% favorable for liftoff. SpaceX was supposed to launch a second batch of those satellites. Just hours later, that launch has been pushed back to 5:14 Friday morning to allow for pre-launch checks. Now at 11, Super Bowl fever is taking over Tampa.
Kickoff is just days away. The Bucs and the Chiefs are getting some final practice in before the big game. News 6 Sports Director Jamie Say is outside Raymond James Stadium tonight with an update.
How awesome does that look behind me, right? Just another reminder, the big game is almost here. The Buccaneers are getting healthier as the Super Bowl approaches. They held a full practice today, and only defensive lineman Jason Pierre-Paul did not participate. Wide receiver Antonio Brown did.
Thank you, Jamie. Well, something lurking in the dash. The strange call for officers next at 11.
Also ahead, a string of burglaries across one local county. The suspects targeting appliances, where deputies say they found this giant stash of stolen items.
First, though, his career started on a field in Central Florida. Soon, one man will play in the most watched sporting event of the year. So how did this Kansas City Chiefs player get to Super Bowl 55? News 6 speaks with his family about the long journey to get there, plus the special keepsake he gave them after winning the AFC Championship. You are watching News 6 at 11, live on a Wednesday night, getting results for Belle Isle, Flagler Beach, and all of Central Florida.
This portion of the news is brought to you by Rubenstein Law, 1-800-FL-LEGAL.
I'm so grateful. I thank you so much for everything that you're doing for me and my kids. There's still people in the world that has a heart.
Gator encounters. Yeah, they're nothing new to Central Florida, but just how common are they?
They get used to us very, very quickly.
News 6 investigator Maris Badcock goes on a hunt and goes deep into our wild and weird landscape.
Come on, Gators, let's go!
To find out what areas they're spotted in most.
And she was fearful that the dog was going to get taken.
Find out how close they are to you tomorrow at 5:15. Live with Matt Austin, Lisa Bell. Weather with Chief Meteorologist Tom Sorrells, and sports with Sports Director Jamie Say. This is News 6 at 11, getting results.
The Kansas City Chiefs traveling more than 1,200 miles for Super Bowl 55. Raymond James Stadium just down I-4 from where one player got his start on the gridiron.
Punter Tommy Townsend went to Boone High School in Orlando. News 6's Crystal Moyer spoke with his family about their son's journey to the NFL.
Gotta
Not
love
bad,
that
huh?
easy commute over to Tampa.
No kidding. Well, News 6 is the home for Super Bowl 55 in Central Florida. Coverage of the game lasts all day on February 7th with kickoff set for 6:30.
New at 11, a burglary spree across Volusia County. The suspects accused of stealing more than a dozen appliances from vacant homes. Look at all the stuff they got away with here. The sheriff's office shared these pics of the stolen stuff. Deputies found, I'm talking brand new stoves, microwaves, dishwashers, all still wrapped up in the plastic. They found the stolen stuff inside a home in Daytona Beach. Well, you've heard of people finding things under the hood of their car. How about right inside the dashboard?
No, thank you. Animal control officers in North Carolina responded to a strange call.
Whoa! That's a big one.
A boa constrictor stuck in the dashboard of its owner's car. At least it was its owner,
okay.
right? So you can see by these pictures, they were shared by the Stanley County Animal Protective Services. You can see officers had to remove part of the dashboard in order to remove the snake. They say it was sent back home unharmed. Glad it was in its owner's dashboard, not someone else's, for the snake's sake.
You got to sell that car. You could just get rid of it, huh, Tom Sorrells?
That car wouldn't work if it were mine.
No
after
kidding.
that.
No kidding.
Chief Meteorologist Tom Sorrells.
Hey.
When was the last time we had a night as cold as we're about to
It's
see?
been about 3 or 4 years.
Oh,
and
wow.
I was counting up, has it been this cold? It was 35 back on December 26th, 27th. And then we've hit 37 a time or two. We could go lower tonight before it's all said and done. For that reason, we have a freeze warning in effect for everyone from the orange Osceola County line to the north. Anywhere north, anywhere in the entire state of Florida, freeze problems tonight. South of Orlando, a freeze watch and a frost advisory down here. It's going to be frosty all over the place, so you still have time to run outside and grab your tender plants or cover them up. Otherwise, they're going to be frostbitten by tomorrow morning. Temperature readings right now are just okay. We're already down to 48, but the wind is dying, coming in from the 7-mile-per-hour range down at the port on the Launch Credit Union camera. Downtown Orlando, health camera, 45 degrees, wind from the west at 5. So, see, the wind is dying. And as the wind dies out, all that radiational cooling, in other words, the heat that we gather today lifting straight up, just drops our temperature like that. We are already at 32 in Gainesville, 35 in Ocala, 45 Orlando, 41 in Kissimmee, and just to the north here from Tallahassee, already 32, 30 at Cross City, 32 at Williston. It's all kind of coming this way, and we're just cooling right on down. Here's that freeze warning one more time from Orlando to the north, frozen by tomorrow morning. Hear the winds? Look, calm in Ocala, 5 miles here, calm in Palm Coast, 3 miles in Kissimmee. You've got dry air, you've got a clear sky, you've got light wind. Brrr. Low tide in Orlando, 35, freezing in spots and patchy frost all over. Here's my forecast for tomorrow.
Your forecast brought to you by Del Air Heating, Air Conditioning, and Plumbing.
Now we warm rapidly. 51 by 10 a.m., 60 by noon. The daytime high is 67. Check out the week ahead. Big changes coming on. 67 tomorrow, 46 tomorrow night, then 76 on Friday. Saturday, rain chances hop it to 30%. On Sunday, rain chances are 50% before the Super Bowl, we hope, and then cooler on Monday.
All right, Tom Sorrells, thank you, sir. Well, Ryan is now in with sports, talking about Super Bowl 55 and a pair of coaches who have already been to the mountaintop.
That's right, Matt. Andy Reid a year ago and Bruce Arians as an assistant several years back. Tonight we hear from both men just days away from the big game, and we get an important medical update from the family of Gators hoop star Keontae Johnson.
And here are tonight's winning Powerball numbers: 64, 66, 45, 37, and the Powerball is 5.
Cash for life, 16, 35, 37, 50, 55. The cash ball is 4. Good luck.
Tonight's Sports Desk is brought to you by Greenway Dodge and Greenway Ford.
It's your Wednesday, February 3rd, Florida Lotto with double play and Fantasy 5 games. I'm Ken Eflin. Tonight's Florida Lotto jackpot is $15 million. And your winning numbers are 3, 24, 49, 29, followed by 6, and the number 47. We've got another great chance for you to win with our new Florida Lotto double play. Tonight's double play numbers are 53, 19, 22, 8, 45, and 21. Now let's play Fantasy 5. You could win hundreds of thousands of dollars. Tonight's winning Fantasy 5 numbers are 18, 19, 15, 2, and 13. Let's take another look at those winning numbers. We're funding futures and bringing the excitement with the Florida Lottery. It's your ticket.
Look, we have more experience than any other team in Central Florida. Each member of the Pinpoint team brings their own perspective from their experience to help present a precise forecast. That's why we call it Pinpoint Weather. That's how we get results.
Welcome back to News 6. We are counting down the days to the biggest home game in Tampa Bay Buccaneers history. And you've got intriguing matchups up and down the lineups on Sunday. Future Hall of Famer Tom Brady and the youngster Patrick Mahomes, who is playing like a guy who will one day get to Canton. And then you've got a pair of veteran head coaches in Andy Reid and Bruce Arians, who've made the most of their latest opportunities. News 6 Sports Director Jamie Say has that story from Tampa. And News 6 will be right back.
Everyone can live like this. Visit cityfurniture.com.
Thank you so much for spending some time with us tonight. We break news at clickorlando.com.
Morning crew starts right here at 4:30 a.m. Have a good night.